Hey everybody, this is John Marucci. We're coming to you live from Portage, Michigan. And today we're going to talk about what else but happy birthday to my RPod 179. It's been a year since I got the RPod 179. Those of you who have been following along a little bit know that I had a 171 before I had the 179. So we're going to talk about some of the likes and a few dislikes of the 179 and also some of the issues we've run into. So we're going to start with the likes. So, I was kind of tentative about the blue color, the exterior. I really like the green of the 2016 171, so when we upgraded, we went to blue, and I had my reservations, but really the blue color's grown on me, and I like it quite a bit. It's really something that I enjoy now. The couple other things about the 2017 179 is the larger wheels and tires. We covered it in another video when we did a comparison, but it's nice to have better tires and bigger wheels. The 15-inch D-rated tires, we just went down to Florida and back, no issues at all. You can go up to 75 miles an hour on those D-rated tires. So it was all good, and it was a good upgrade. I also really love, obviously, in the 179, the kitchen. So the 179 kitchen, as you know, if you follow the 179 at all, it's quite large. It has a, in-counter stove, an in-counter sink, and plenty of counter space. And since we work and live from the RPod quite a bit, we like having the kitchen space. We don't cook out all that much unless it's very nice. So we're cooking in quite a bit when we're working regularly. And the large kitchen is a great benefit. Another piece of the kitchen that I didn't realize I'd like so much is the convection oven. So we used a convection oven quite a bit, even cooking pizzas and many other things that have been easy to do in the convection oven. So that's a definite plus. One of the other things I like, this is both in the 171 and the 179, is the Jensen TV and DVD unit. And the new King antenna that's directional. So we have a King antenna in the 2017, and you can rotate it and point the channels. We've had really good reception in certain areas and campsites, so it's been a nice upgrade. The shower. So in the 171 2016, if you remember, you didn't have the shower surround. It wasn't a plastic shower surround. It was a fabric shower surround. Didn't do many showers in there. But with the 2017, it's got the plastic shower surround, and so actually used it quite a bit. Not a really big person, so it's easy to shower in there. Got used to it, and it was very good. The other thing that's really great about the 179 is the natural light. So the 179 has nice lighting by the bedroom area, by the slide out, and of course the big back window by the kitchen. And for 2017 new is in the door. The light in the door. So I like natural light, and you can let a lot of natural light into the cabin during a nice day. So the other thing, obviously, and I said a minute ago, we do a lot of working and living from the RPod when we're on the road. And those of you who've been following along know that we just went to Florida and came back this winter. And, it's just a large interior for a small unit. Because of the slide out, it makes it pretty big inside. And we had an easy time working from the 179 and living from there quite a bit as we were down in Florida. So, okay, let's talk about the dislikes now. What are a few of the things I don't like too much? The first one is the single step. So I haven't mentioned this in any video before, but if you look at one of the past videos we recently did, we talked about a tough lot setup when we were coming back from Florida in Horse Cave, Kentucky. One of the things we had to do is, put the door side of the unit up on risers on the Lynx levelers. Well, that raised the door up, obviously, and raised the step up. So there's a couple times it's a little treacherous getting out of the unit because your second step is a big step to the ground. The new 2018s have two steps. So one of the things I don't like too much is that single step, especially when we're lifting that side up to level the unit. I can't give great marks on the fabric quality. The fabrics inside of the unit are nice, but they seem to ball up quickly and they catch on things. And so it would have been nicer to have a little more durable fabric, especially living in it, a lot of time recently. So that's something I can see that at some point is going to have to be redone. The trim workmanship, not the best. There's places on our 179, especially around the kitchen, back underneath the big window, where the trim is really wavy because they didn't cut it right and tried to force it in. So there's trim pieces that aren't that great. And then, the other thing that I really would like to see, and I hope Forest River and RPod does this at some point, is change the holding tank monitoring system. So again, we have the lights. Oftentimes, especially the black tank, you'll get some waste paper on the sensors and it'll read absolutely wrong. You'll know you're not full or close to full, and yet it'll read full. And once you clear it out a little bit, it'll go back down. I'm a big fan of the sea level. units that are now in the Airstream, and I'd love to put that in at some point. I hope Forest River puts that in at some point because that's a much better holding tank monitoring system. Okay, so what about issues? We had 3 big issues this year. There's a video you can watch on the page here on the YouTube channel here about the black tank drain pipe bracket. You know, it's just on the page here. You can look at it, and we had an issue with the black tank drain pipe bracket separating while we were driving back from Florida, and that was not a fun time. And you can follow that video and look at it, but that's really, I think, a workmanship issue, a problem with how they attach it and the bolt they use. It came loose and started hanging. Unfortunately, it didn't break off. Other people haven't been so fortunate, and the thing has drug on the ground and on the freeway. So that's something that could definitely be fixed and made better. You know, I talked earlier about how much I like the shower, but our shower surround separated from the wall, and I have a theory for that. Ours was built in January or February of 2017. I took possession of it in April of 17, a year ago. And I think they built it in the cold, caulked it. When you get in really hot weather, the caulk split and the shower surround came out from the wall. So we had to fix that. We put some double-sided tape and recaulked it. Haven't had an issue since. But that's definitely something that you got to be aware of with these units that we haven't really been happy with is the shower surround. Haven't had an issue since we fixed it ourselves. Okay, the other thing some of you have followed me on is this minor surface crack in the fiberglass. I had an issue when we were coming back. Actually, when we were down in Florida, it occurred. And we let Forest River know about it. It was very nice. Coming back from Florida, we're going right past Goshen, Indiana. And we actually went home and then came back down. It's not too far from where I live. And Forest River was outstanding in taking care of that. They took the fiberglass cracking issue and fixed it and color matched perfectly. Among some other things that were needed to be done, they took care of, so it was really good. But they definitely took care of that. So be aware, that was an issue we had with the surface cracking on the fiberglass. Okay, so overall, what do you think? You know, what's my idea of my recommendation? I would buy the 179 again in a heartbeat. There were some issues with it. Most of them, though, it was easy to fix. A couple of them we had to take in and get taken care of. But generally, I've loved the unit. And it's been great, even working from it for several weeks in a row. And it was really a great thing to work from, and liked it a lot. Plenty of space, good unit to live from remotely for a time. Okay, so finally, what's my favorite upgrade? So when you look at this, I did one thing I'm so glad I did. If you follow the channel at all, you'll notice that I have a Blue Ox weight distribution hitch. When you have a weight distribution hitch, you have to jack the unit up quite a bit to get the chains or bars if it's an E2. If it's a Blue Ox, it's chains. You have to jack it up a lot, tighten it up, lower it back down, and take care of it. Well, that's a lot of cranking by hand. So the best upgrade I did for sure is get the Husky tongue jack, power tongue jack. Now the Husky power tongue jack isn't cheap, and I got it pretty much within a few weeks of when I bought the unit last year, and I've loved it. Now remember, when I had the 171, I had to hand crank for that year. And so I have a good comparison of the difference, and I would absolutely recommend, if you don't want to hand crank and you have a weight distribution hitch, to get a power jack of some sort, and I highly recommend the Husky. So there it is, my likes and dislikes and some of the issues that we've had this year. Overall, really highly recommend the R-Pods, highly recommend the 179, especially if you're going to take it out for a little while, maybe do some work from it, live from it a little bit. I think it's really worth considering. You know, and this has been just my review for the year. And we're going to keep using the R-Pod 179, the 2017 this year as well. No plans to trade it in or sell it. So we're going to have some more adventures this year, the second year of the R-Pod, and keep going. So hopefully this is helpful to you. Again, this is John Marucci. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And feel free to subscribe. Love to have you come along. We love making these videos for you and helping you out. So John Marucci, thanks for watching. Have a great day.